Elevation is a high-stakes monster thriller that fits right in with A Quiet Place and Bird Box. The setup is familiar. Huge, terrifying creatures suddenly appear, wiping out most of humanity. Survivors must figure out how to evade them and stay alive. Director Judge Nolfi delivers an engaging post-apocalyptic experience, though Elevation doesn't quite hit the same level as A Quiet Place or Bird Box. Still, after recently seeing a couple of movies with overly complicated plots, this one is refreshingly simple. The story takes place 3 years after some ancient creatures emerge from the ground, wiping out 95% of the population. They never stop hunting and track their prey by sensing human carbon dioxide levels. Seems like they are actually trying to stop climate change by population reduction.
I'd like to test that theory.
Have they also ensured that the rest of the humans limit their use of fossil fuels for electricity?
Dad, why don't you use the radio anymore?
It's hard enough to make enough electricity for the things we absolutely need.
I knew it. But these climate justice monsters won't hunt above 8,000 feet.
I dare you to step over this line.
This forces the remaining humans to retreat to high-altitude settlements, and so began the daredevil game called Cross the Line. Elevation focuses on a small group of survivors. In the opening scene, Hunter, played by Danny Boyd Jr., ventures beyond the safety zone, taking in nature before barely escaping an attack. We then meet his father, Will, played by Anthony Mackie, a widower who has managed to keep them safe in the mountains. But their peace is fragile. Hunter has breathing issues, and when his medicine runs out, Will is forced to venture below the 8,000-foot limit in search of more.
There we are.
He teams up with Katie, played by Maddie Hassan, and Nina, played by Morena Baccarin, a brilliant but troubled scientist determined to find a way to kill the climate justice monsters using a special bullet. Together, they embark on a dangerous mission filled with tense moments, conflict, and a bit of hopeful thinking. The movie delivers exciting action sequences, and while it doesn't reach the same level of suspense as others in its genre, it keeps things entertaining. The emotional struggles of the characters add depth, though the film never fully explores the darker themes. Anthony Mackie shines as a strong action lead with a compelling single-father storyline, but the standout performance comes from Morena Baccarin. Her portrayal of Nina is excellent, a scientist balancing desperation and determination, genius and madness, traits which can make any character intriguing.
This is either madness or brilliance.
It's remarkable how often those two traits coincide.
Honestly, I'd love to see more of her outsmarting these creatures. The film's short runtime also works in its favor, keeping the pace tight without dragging. Visually, Elevation stands out. The cinematography beautifully captures the Colorado mountain landscapes, making the apocalypse look surprisingly breathtaking. Hunter, I understand now why you wanted to go outside. It is beautiful. If this was meant to be a subtle tourism ad for the Colorado Alps, it worked, because I'm adding them to my travel list. You have no idea how long I've been searching for the hills that fill my heart with the sound of music. The sweeping drone shots emphasize the vast open terrain, making the characters seem even smaller compared to the climate justice monsters. However, the film misses an opportunity to build suspense by only showing brief glimpses of the creatures. Other films in the genre do a better job of creating tension through careful reveals. While Elevation doesn't break new ground, it remains an engaging and well-paced action thriller. At 90 minutes, it's an easy watch that doesn't overstay the welcome. It may not rise above its influences, but it still delivers solid action, emotion, and thrills. If you're in the mood for a simple, well-executed monster movie, Elevation is worth the watch.